play. We've played one period, Greenwood up by 10. We'll pick up the UDA gals as we go along here, but we have a foul called in there, and the foul's going to be on Rudisill. She'll pick up the personal foul, and we have 6:39 remaining here in the first half. The Greenwood Wildcats up by 6. Here's a shot from the side, looking for 3, in and out. It spins, no good. Rebound's going to be controlled there by Rudisill, who will pick it up for the Trojans and start it back up court. UD needs 6 to tie. So we'll see if they can generate a little bit of offense here against these Greenwoodians. Over here's that Zerby gal, rolls it off her hands and tipped out of bounds there by 32 of Greenwood. And the UD will inbound it. Here it comes inside here now for Lentz. And they're set it back up here for Rudisill. She bounces over there for Zerby. Zerby bounce pass inside. Now back out it comes here for UD. And Rudisill will track it down here on the left baseline. Still dribbling it in on the baseline, putting a shot up off the side of the glass, and out of bounds it goes. It'll be Greenwood ball. Greenwood with the ball now as the Trojan defense goes to work. Ball tipped off 52 of Greenwood and out of bounds. It'll be UD to inbound the ball. 5:50 remaining here in the half. It's still a 10-4 ball game. UD still trailing by 6. It's a pass over there for that Lentz. She'll pass it back over here for a shot out in front, and that shot wouldn't go down. Out of bounds it goes off Greenwood. Shade back into the ball game now to replace Lentz for UD. Here's a shot blocked away in there by Greenwood, but picked up. Well, let's see. No, Greenwood racing back with it, and the ball's going to be tapped out of there, and they're going to call a charging foul on Greenwood as the young gal went into Rudisill a little bit too roughly, the ref said. So it'll be UD with the advantage, getting the ball back. Time called. Discussion going on as to the last call out here now. Coach Ship here standing with his arms, or sitting with his arms folded. He doesn't believe the call. This ref here has made the call, and perhaps not a good one, I'm not sure. Anyway, here's Shade with it. She'll work it over into the corner for Zerby. Back out here now for that Rudisill. Now back across it goes, but the ball's going to be stolen away. Greenwood coming back with it. A bounce pass over here for that 2-0. She puts a shot up and in, good. So it's a 12-4 ball game. UD trailing now by 8. 5 minutes remaining in the half. Here's Miss Rudisill. Pitches it into the corner there. Shot by Zerby. In and out. It spins. No good. Rebound comes right down there to Greenwood. She'll dump it over here on our near wing. And 21 racing away with it. Has a little bit of trouble there, but still has control more or less. Bouncing it over here for 15. She dumps it inside and is tapped away. But, well, now let's see. UD, it's going to be off Shade, who made a very good play at it. Gwen doing a good job in there defending on that right baseline. But the ball went out of bounds off her, and it will be inbounded by Greenwood. Heidi Boyer into the ball game for UD at this point, along with, let's see, a couple of other gals who we'll pick up here in a minute. Here's an attempt for 3 from outside, no good. Rebound controlled by UD, but spun right back in for Greenwood. And Greenwood with 23 has it. Here's 21 bouncing it on the right side here. She's looking for 3. Too long it goes. Out of bounds off 15. It'll be UDA ball. Leitzel into the ball game along with this April Weaver. This is Leitzel. Bouncing it into the corner there for Weaver. Weaver takes a couple of steps in, puts a shot up, no good. Rebound comes down there to Greenwood, and back they come. On the right wing it goes. Now they dump it on the baseline. 52 with a shot, no good. Return shot, good. 52 with a height advantage in there. Not too much more height than some of her Trojan defenders. Matter of fact, she looks about the same size as Boyer there, but anyway, she took advantage of her height and got 2. Here's a pass going to be thrown away. It comes over here intended for Weaver. And Greenwood with it. 3 minutes, 25 seconds remaining here in the half. Another three-point attempt. No good. Well, ball's going to be allowed to roll out of there this time as Shade lets her go. Good idea by Gwen that time. Let that ball roll out, and it becomes UDA ball. Trojans in deep. They set it up. Now they come outside here. Here's a ball tipped away. Now over in the right wing here for Boyer. She drops it back over here for Karen Drabelvis. And Karen has the ball tapped out of there, so she will inbound the ball for UD with 3:05 left in the half. She looks like she might inbound it here to Weaver, I would say. Yeah, she steps up for two. That's a little short. And right underneath there is a shot taken and another return shot taken and missed. First shot taken in there by that Shade that time was blocked away. Another shot by Greenwood. It's good for two. Good bucket by that young Greenwood Wildcat. And it's now 16-4. UD offense frozen hard in the snow outside right now. Here comes Leitzel looking for two. Wouldn't go. Rebound, let's see, fought for, gathered in. Shot put up in there by Stom, wouldn't go. And Robin Stom takes a whack at it, but back come the Greenwood Wildcats with it. Here's a nice step up for a shot, but it wouldn't go. Rebound comes back out here to 21. She'll try that again, and this time it's good. Well, she made the first move, and it didn't go. Second time was good. 18-4. Trojans unable to buy a bucket. Here's Weaver on the baseline going with it. Dropping it back out in front. The ball's tipped away off the hands of Leitzel, and it will be Greenwood ball. 1:57 left here in the first half. Here's Greenwood over in the left wing she goes. Now they take it out in front. Step in for a 12-footer. No good. Rebound comes right down here to that Weaver gal. And she will drop it back there for Leitzel. Leitzel looking for a play to develop. Drops it over there in the wing, but the ball stolen. Whoa, wait a minute. Okay, got frozen in time there for a second as both gals hung on to it equally hard. And 21 spun it to the floor. Drabelvis inbounds for Weaver. Shot from outside by Leitzel. No good, a little bit long, and they're going to allow it to roll out of bounds off the shot. So Greenwood will inbound the ball with 1:23 left in the first half. Let's see if the Trojans can set up a good defense this time. 15-foot turnaround shot wouldn't go down. Rebound tipped around in air and controlled by Leitzel. She's breaking it back here about 3-on-3. Wow. Going for a spill over here is Weaver. She's going to be okay. Just took about 4 layers of skin off her knee, probably, and 20 will fall all over Drabelvis, and Karen will be fouled. Only the 6th team foul. Or is it a 1-on-1? Let's see. Nope. 6th team foul, so no shooting. And Drabelvis will inbound the ball for UDA. Wait a minute. We got to push inside here. Something was amiss on the inbound. I think it's 25. It is. Of Greenwood holding underneath the bucket, and it should be a UD ball. No, that'll put them into the bonus now. That was the 7th team foul. And so Gwen Shade, who was being held in there, will now go to the foul line, see if she can take the lid off the bucket. The Trojans have had 4 points here in the first half with 1:02 remaining. So let's see. Nope, wouldn't go down. Ball tipped out of there. I think it's going to be off UD. It is. And Greenwood will inbound the ball. Here's a right wing pass and a shot from over here. No good. Rebound's going to go over to the far side, controlled there by Leitzel. And Hillary coming back with a burst of speed all the way down inside there, but lost the ball. Picked up in there by Dribovich. She gets over here for Weaver. Weaver's shot wouldn't go down. Ball tipped around over there as Tom races for it. And it's going to be picked up by Greenwood. And whoa, wait a minute. We have a wreck over here. And I think Leitzel will be called for the foul. Looks like Hillary's going to pick up the personal. Hillary picked up personal foul number 3. She checks out of the ball game as Rudisill back in there for UD, Lauren Rudisill. Here's a 14-foot shot. Good by number 45 out here. And it's now a 20-4 ball game. Here comes Weaver. Back outside. Rudisill takes it inside, loses the handle, picked up over here by Dribovich. Karen's going to circle down on the baseline, stopping and popping, and it wouldn't go. Rebound shot by Lauren. Rudisill wouldn't go either. And it goes out of bounds off UD with 3.3 seconds remaining. 1, 2, oh, they should have took it longer, she said. Coach, everybody on the bench went, oh, she shot too soon. Anyway, it's 20-4 at the end of the first half. The Trojanettes have got to get the offense going. Be back with the second half in a second. Well, the teams are back on the court, and we're ready to go with the second half of tonight's junior varsity action. It's been mostly inaction by UD so far. They trail by 16, 20-4 at the end of the half. Greenwood with a shot, no good. A rebound comes down there, and it's tied up as Weaver gets a hand on it for UD and tied it up very nicely in there and give the ball back to the Trojans. UD needs to get a flurry going here, and a flurry inside rather than those that we've had outside. Here's a ball tipped away over there, gathered back in. Let's see. Well, it's going to be eventually controlled here by Greenwood, but now tipped, let's see, ahead here for a shot, no good. Rebound comes down there, and Hillary Leitzel picks it up for UD, has it tipped out of her hands, gains it back, passes it over here for Dribovich. Karen goes to put a shot up, no good, and a walk called as she was blocked off in there by that number 52, who really hustled back there pretty quickly for Greenwood and made the block on Karen. Of course, the gal was about 10 inches taller than Karen also, but anyway, here's 30 with it in the paint. She gets tied up inside there, and it's going to remain Greenwood ball. 6 minutes, 19 seconds remaining here in the third. Inbound pass tipped away but gathered back in, and then they roll onto the floor with it as Dribovich ties it up in there. Karen would not allow that ball to get free. And back with it come those Trojans. Whoops, here's a pass blocked away, gathered in by 52. Trips it over there for that 32 gal. She's having trouble with it. It's going to be picked up. Quick outlet over here now for UD, but she tries to pass it across. It rolls on the paint. Now a shot put up and a foul called. Foul will be on 30. As boy, I'll tell you, it was a struggle out there trying to get that ball up there. Gwen Shade having all kinds of people hanging on her, and then finally a foul was called. Here's Gwen with the basketball on the baseline, dropping it back over here for Dribovich, who spins right in front, puts a shot up and in. Good. Karen Dribovich for 2 for UDA, and it's now a 20-6 ball game. Cross court pass over here. Now out in front they go with it. Dumping it on the right side. Shot no good. Rebound comes down to Dribovich, and Karen will start her back up, giving it to Leitzel. Hillary calls out a play. Hillary's going to try to take it inside herself. Still has some kind of control over. Puts a shot up, no good, and a rebound comes down to Greenwood. And the ball tipped out of there on a good defensive move that time by that Gwen Shade. Gwen sneaking up behind there and put the tip on it. Greenwood Junior Varsity having a pretty good year, I believe. Shot taken over there, no good. Return shot by 52, wouldn't go down. And the ball is going to be controlled for yet another shot over there. Here's 52, has it tapped away finally, but they regain possession of it. And now this is going to be tapped out of there as Shade will pick up the foul. He tapped it away from number 30 of Greenwood, but Greenwood getting multiple shots down here underneath their own bucket. UD finally making what was nearly a good steal. And let's see, they're going to say 30 was shooting, and so she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul was on Gwen Shade, her second. 30 shooting a pair. First try, good. 21-6. And now spins in and out, no good. Rebound tapped around there, picked up finally by Leitzel. And Hillary will see if she can figure out a play here. Whoops, pass inside off the fingertips of Weaver and out of bounds. And time momentarily called as Cummins comes into the ball game for UD. She replaced, I'm not sure who she replaced, but at any rate, here's a pass on the baseline. Shot from over there, no good. 52 with a rebound right in front, good. Now this 52 gal is pretty tall. At least she plays like a pretty tall gal out there. And she just got herself 2 more points, and UD will call time. 4:22 remaining here in the third period. It's 23-6. Timeout is over now, and UD with that basketball, dropping it on the baseline, but running away from the play that time was Karen Drybovich. Karen was, I think, supposed to get that pass that time on the baseline, but she was cutting underneath the bucket. The ball went right by her. Greenwood looking for 3, no good. High off the glass, rebound comes down inside there. It's going to be controlled by Shade. Looking for a little help, gets it here for Leitzel. Here comes Shade, looking to work it to the bucket, picks it up on the baseline, now tries to dump it outside, but 52 has that ball, given back here for 32 of Greenwood. Across the court they come with it, stolen away nicely in there by Drybovich. Here comes Karen, looking for 2. She is hammered to the floor. 32 will pick up the foul, and Karen Drybovich will pick up herself. Holy smokes. Cal was going to put her into the locker room. Anyway, it is a shooting foul of the grossest kind, and Karen will go to the line shooting 2. Here's young Karen Drabovich's first attempt, and it is no good. Karen will get her second shot off here in just a second. Here it goes, and this one's no good, off to the right. Rebounded by Greenwood. She'll dribble on the baseline, loses the handle on it, goes on the floor, and finally they come up with it. Long pass up the court. Now they'll dump it underneath for that 20 gal. She puts a shot home. A good passing that time by the Greenwood Wildcats, and it gained them 2 more points. It's 25-6. Here is Cummins with it. Cummins going to take it to the hoop for 2. It's good. So Corrine Cummins gets 2. Good bucket as Corrine hesitated for a moment. Somebody hollered, "Take it in," or something, words to that effect, and she put it right up and in. Greenwood in the meantime answering with a shot, no good. Rebound over there controlled by UD. Here comes Leitzel. Whoops, rolled it ahead, picked up in there by, well, let's see, comes out of a pile, and Zerby had it over here for Drybovich. Abby trying to fight for a little bit of room, puts the shot up. Puts the shot up. Well, I'll tell you, or Karen, I beg your pardon, Karen Drybovich was in the tall timber that time. This young lady in there trying to throw that ball up with these gals that are a foot taller than with the arms up yet. It looked like she was trying to throw it over the back fence somewhere. Anyway, here's 21 over in the wing. Stepping inside is that 23 for 52 for 2, no good. A rebound controlled there by UD as Drybovich coming down with a, hey, if Karen's so short, how does she come down with the rebounds on that end of the court? Well, she's doing a good job hustling around in there. And this is a foul called on 21. Be none shooting. Okay, following that tie, or that foul to 21. UD inbounding the ball over here now for that Zerby on the baseline for Drybovich. Lost the handle on it, lost the ball altogether that time, and now she tries to get it back as 21 goes to put a shot up, no good, gets her own rebound, puts a shot up, partially blocked away, and back with it comes UD, but it's stolen back again by Greenwood. 15 outside here for 23. 21 back outside. 23 is looking for 3. It's no good. Rebound on the far side is going to be controlled over there by that number 55 who was in the ball game for UDA. 55 is that Jenny Whitmer. Ooh, look out. Leitzel nearly had it stolen, but gets it inside for Corrine for 2. No good, and a rebound comes back off here to Greenwood. Corrine Cummins just about had her second bucket. On the left wing they go, now playing with it. Over here on the left wing again, on the left baseline, 23 for 2. It's good. 23 nails one here for her Greenwood Wildcats. 1 minute remaining here in the third quarter. 1 minute left to go in the third. Here's a pass over here for Leitzel. A shot too long. And back come the Greenwood Wildcats. Quick pass over here for 52. They drop it now in on the baseline. She puts a shot high off the top of the backboard. And Schwab checks into the ball game for UDA, as does Daniels. Daniels back in there for Upper Dauphin. Yeah. Here's a pass. And let's see. Over in the wing it goes now for Zerbe. Zerbe looking for 2 from over there. It's no good. Rebound comes down into that number 20 gal. She'll dump it out in front. Picked off here by Greenwood as the ball gets stolen back again here now. Coming back with it is Daniels, I believe it was. Or Zerbe, one of them. Let's see. No, it was Daniels. Yep. And a bucket made over there by UD gives them their 10th point with 3 seconds remaining here. Here's a shot from way outside off the rim. No good. At the buzzer to end the third quarter. At the end of 3, it's 27-10 Greenwood. Greenwood inbounds the ball now to begin the 4th and final period here this evening for the junior varsity gals. Trojans trailing by 17. Shot taken by 20 is good. They now trail by 19, 29-10. Leitzel across the timeline for UD, bouncing it inside. Ball rolls loose in there off Schwab and picked up by Greenwood. Over on the right wing, shot from over there, no good. Rebound comes right down there to that Daniels gal, and she'll drop it back here for Hillary Leitzel. Here's a shot by Daniels, a little bit short and off to the left side, no good. And on the tie up inside, it's going to be Schwab tying it up in there for UDA. Okay, Zerbe will inbound the ball for UD. Into the corner there for Shannon Schwab. Shannon taking it inside, stopping and popping one up off the back of the rim, no good. And the rebound comes down here to Greenwood. Quick pass over in the right wing, goes out of bounds over there. It'll be UD ball. 5:57 remaining in the game, and Daniels will inbound for Leitzel. Hillary calling out a play, passes it inside there for Robin Stamm. Shot from the side, however, by Leitzel is good. Hold it, time called. The net got a little bit tangled up that time. And the Greenwoodians got it down there. All right, 29-12. Greenwood up on top. It's a pass over in the left wing here as they try to work it around outside here. A 3-foot attempt from 24 feet out, no good. Rebound comes down there to that Shannon Schwab, and Shannon will clear it back here now for Leitzel. So UD can crawl back to within a bunch. Here's Stamm back outside here for Leitzel. Leitzel for 2, wouldn't go. Rebound inside there to Schwab. Shannon puts their return shot up, no good, and the ball's going to be knocked out of there off 30 of, or make it 20 of Greenwood. And UD will inbound the ball. Hillary Leitzel checks out of the ball game as coming back in there is Rudisill. Here's a pass for Schwab. Shannon dropping it back here for Rudisill. Out in front it goes here now, and here comes Daniel. Daniel's looking for 2, no good. Rebound back to Greenwood. 4 minutes 45 seconds left in the game. Right wing pass, and a near shot, but they dump it on the baseline instead for 2. 45 of Greenwood picks up 2. 31-12. Here's Rudisill. Near wing over here for Zerby on the baseline. She goes with it. Stopping and popping. Whoops, wouldn't go. Rebound tip back outside here. Controlled by Shannon Swab. Back here for Lauren Rudisill. Lauren drops it inside. Puts the shot up and in. Good. All right. 2-pointer for Lauren Rudisill. It's 31-14. Swinging it here in the left wing. This is a 2-pointer if it goes. Didn't go. Rebound tapped around inside there and controlled finally by Swab as Shannon goes to the deck with that one. But it will remain Greenwood ball, and I think UD may be calling timeout, and they are. Hubbard Elephant calls timeout with 3:59 remaining here in the ball game. It's 31-14 Greenwood. Okay, Greenwood getting ready to inbound the ball following the timeout. They rebounded right over here on the left baseline. Shot over there, no good. Rebound comes down there to that Daniels, and she'll drop it back now for Rudisill. Here comes Rudisill with it. Pushes it over here out of the reach of Zerby. No way that Tara was going to be able to catch a hold of that one. And we've got 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining right now. Swinging it over here. Ooh, 24 was tempted, but didn't do it. Now it goes over in the right wing side. She'll put a shot up. No good. Rebound comes over this way, and 24 will gather it in. Nope, she didn't quite gather it in. Didn't quite catch up with that one. And UD will inbound the ball. Rudisill will take it across the timeline with 3:20 left here in the game. Daniels over here now for that Shade. She puts a shot up and in. Good. Well, a nice drive that time by that Gwen Shade. She put her home very, very nicely and makes it a 31-16 ball game. Here's a shot for 3 from outside. No good. Rebound over on the baseline for a steal in there by Shannon Swab. Shannon picking that one up for her Trojans, and back with it come the UD. This is going to be Shade trying to work it inside. Does so. Puts a shot up. Maybe partially blocked. Return shot inside there by Daniels. Wouldn't go, but she will go to the line shooting 2. So here's the first shot by Miss Daniels, and it is good. So Amber Daniels sunk her first one, and she'll get a try at 2. And here it is. It is no good. Rebound comes down there to Shade, who has that ball tapped away. And let's see, as it goes on the ground, or on the floor, it will be tied up and remain UD ball. Danielle Lentz in there for Upper Dauphin. Now she replaced Boyer for UD. Here's Daniels inbounding the ball, but the ball is tipped away and stolen there. And now let's see, well, Greenwood still more or less in control. Yeah, now she's got it, and she's got control of it. Out in front, over the right wing side. Dribbling it down toward the baseline goes 32. Now back out in front. Near wing over here, they swing it. Here goes 23, driving one inside. Shot off the glass, no good. Rebound comes down there to Lentz, and she gets tied up underneath. And it's going to remain Greenwood ball. Danielle trying to clear that ball from underneath the bucket. Got it tied up as a Greenwooder was right there. Here's 23. She's going to look for 3 from outside, and boy, didn't miss by much, but on the rebound, baseline shot over there is good by that 32 gal. With 2 minutes and 1 second remaining, and the clock now down underneath 2 minutes to play. 33-17. They have nearly doubled up our Trojans. Here comes Swab trying to take one in the middle, but she loses a handle on it, and back with it comes the Greenwood Wildcats. Racing down the right side she goes. Dropping it back. Kid looking for 3. In and out it spins. No good. Rebound comes back down there. Shot is short. And Swab has it for UDA. Never seen so many 3-point attempts from a junior varsity ball club. I don't believe in other games I've seen. Boy, the Greenwood gals fire them up at will. Here comes Shade looking for 2. No good. Return shot by Rudisill wouldn't go. Return shot over there by Swab is tapped out of Shannon's hands. And out of bounds, it will remain UD ball with just 1:16 left in the ball game. Greenwood making a couple substitutions as Gwen Shade will inbound the ball for UDA. Right inside it goes. There's a shot by Lentz, little long. Shade gets the rebound over there, pushes it back out here for Schwab. Shannon's shot, good. All right, Shannon gets two and makes it a 33-19 game. Dump inside, 52 for two. Ooh, it's good. A nice pass in there, and she put about a 4-footer up and in. Good. Less than 50 seconds to play. It's 35-19. Here's Schwab with it. Shannon stopping, putting the 13-footer up and in. Good. Oh, Shannon Schwab gets two in a row. Can Shannon score a quick 12 or 14? I don't think so. Clock down to 30 seconds left in the game. Here's a shot by 30. No good. Rebound comes down to the hole. My goodness. Got about a 4.9 on a Richter scale. That time was 32. Come plowing in there and ran over one of our Trojans. And it looks like it's Daniels down there, and a little bit of problem with a knee on that one. Well, Amber's going to be helped off here after that collision there. She went down hard on the deck and probably really slammed her knee down into the hardwood, and that is a very, very painful experience. It looks like that's what she was favoring there. I believe they're going to have Doc Lentz look her over. Maybe it's an ankle. Hard to tell. I think her ankle, because Doc's taking her boot off there. So going to check out Amber's ankle. It occurred with just 27 seconds left in the ball game, and that'll be painful for a little bit, I'm sure, for Amber. Anyway, in the meantime, here is Shade with it as the time winds down, and the ball comes loose and picked up in there by Greenwood, and Rudisill trying to scrap for it, but nothing doing. Clock down to 7 seconds in the game. Here's a ball stolen away. Now this might make a buzzer beater if she can do it. Nope. Out of bounds it goes with just 0.3 of a second remaining in our brand new Cuppies on the Square Coca-Cola Classic clock. 0.3 of a second remaining. And they'll get it in. Whoever gets it in will have to push it right up. It's going to be Schwab. This would not count. Nope. Nope, a little bit too long, and that ends it. It's 35-21, the final score. And congratulations to the junior varsity of Greenwood. And for UD, well, they just could not get the offense on court tonight against these Greenwood Wildcats, as they had for the longest time 4 points in the first half. First half ended with a very low score by these Trojans. So we'll have to regroup and see if we can get a better game going tomorrow night. As a matter of fact, when the Trojans will travel to Lion Mountain to play those Eagles. So see you then. Well, good evening, all you varsity fans. This evening, the Trojan Gals play host to the Wildcats of Greenwood. The Wildcats of Greenwood undefeated coming into tonight's ball game, having run off now probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 consecutive Tri-Valley League ball games without a loss. So Coach Gary Shipp really has a fine-tuned machine out here, and the Trojans under head coach Dave Shadle are going to see if they can dismantle this Greenwood Wildcat Ball Club tonight. And it will not be an easy task, but we'll see how they make out. It should be a good ball game, we hope, and we'll be set with the lineups and then the introductions of the ball players and the national anthem, and we'll be right back. Well, both teams have been told what to do, or getting last-minute instructions at any rate, from their respective coaches. Dave Shadle over here for UDA, and Gary Shipp for the Greenwood Wildcats. So we set with the opening tip. Brandy Botts is out there as a starter for UD, and of course she will be tipping off at center with number 43, or number 35 rather, Sanderson. Or 35 Benner make that. Okay, so I think we're about ready to go with the opening tip as Brandy will tip it off. Here we go. Ball's going to be controlled back here to Jen Daniels. For UD, they have Wirt Daniels on the right wing. On the left wing here is Bechtel. This is Wirt out in front with it over there for Jen Daniels. Jen taking it into the corner. Inside they go with it now for Brooke Kreiser. Brooke spins it loose, gets it over here for Bechtel for two. It's good. So UD draws first blood as Amy Bechtel nails a two-bagger. And up the court on the far side go these Greenwood Wildcats. They have a couple of Shea gals out here along with this Sanderson. They dump it inside here now for Roush. She puts a shot up, no good. And her first bucket didn't go down. And that draws a little bit of a cheer of hope from UD. Roush, Yvette Roush is just a super ball player and one heck of a prolific scorer here for these Greenwood Wildcats. Here's Brandy Bonds with it, trying to drop it inside, but it rolls off Brandy, and back with it come the Wildcats. This is a shot outside by Shea, no good, and the rebound comes down here to Yvette, or to the other Shea. Now Roush pushes the shot up, no good. Rebound comes down here to Botts, and back with it comes UD. Though the Trojans have dodged the bullet twice here, and still lead by a 2-0 score. Here's a bounce pass inside. They go inside and a reach-in foul called now. The foul will be on Sanderson. Her first as she reached into Brandy trying to get that steal. First prize, or first foul of the ball game. It's a pass inside for Wirt. Wirt dribbles once, puts a shot up, partially blocked away, tipped inside, and they're good for two. Brandy Botts, I believe it was, had to push that one in there. It's here's a ball tipped out of bounds off the hands of Lori Shea and out of bounds. And UD will inbound the ball. They lead 4-0. As Bechtel gets set to inbound for Upper Dauphin. She'll be inbounding back here for Wirt. Wirt takes it out in front, passes it across over there for Jen Daniels. Jen inside for Botts, back outside. Now quickly over here for Daniels. Inside they go, and a nice pass for two from Brooke Kreiser. On a beautiful pass and some good work at 6-0 UDA. Here comes Laurie Shea. Up the court she goes with it for Sanderson, or for a shot taken up there, no good. And back come the Trojans. 42 in there was Sanderson. Yeah, that's true. If the color changes during this videotape, it is not your television's fault. It is my camera's fault. I just found out we have a problem, but pictures will be okay. The color might change. Anyway, here's a bounce pass inside. Brooke for two. It's good. Brooke Kreiser and Coach Ship calls frantically for a timeout. But in the meantime, here comes Laurie Shea working it down to the top of the paint. Outside it goes. Shot from the side for three. No good. Rebound over here controlled. Out of bounds it goes off Brooke Kreiser. And Coach Ship was frantically trying to call timeout. He finally has timeout called now. As Coach Shadle likes the way this is starting out anyway, but you got to watch these Greenwooders. They're tough. We've played 2.5 minutes into the ball game. The Trojans throwing a shot out of Greenwood. Right now it's 8-0 UDA. Okay, the Greenwood timeout is over, and Laurie Shea will inbound the ball here for Greenwood. Inside it goes here for Carrie Shea. Now back over here for Sanderson. Sanderson takes it down here, pops it back outside. Now right underneath there, open is Sanderson two, misses the second shot. Brandy Botts with a rebound. Oh man, how did they miss those two? I'll never tell you. Sanderson with a peeper from about 3 feet outside the bucket, totally unopposed, and the shot didn't go in. All right, take advantage of it, UD. Back outside here for Wirt. Be deliberate. They are. This is Bechtel. Now for Wirt. Over there for that pass inside for Botts. Botts on the baseline. Drives it once. Puts a shot up. Probably partially blocked him. Away with it comes Carrie Shea with it. Carrie. Oh, near walk. No call. Laurie Shea with it. Over there for that Benner. Heather Benner dumping it inside here for Shea for two. No good. And the rebound comes back out here. Saved. Nope. They're going to say Jen went out of bounds to make the save. But some good hustle here by UD. 4 minutes, 34 seconds left in the first quarter. UDA up 8-0. Shea drops it inside here. Now they dump it in. Here's this turnaround shot by Sanderson. Wouldn't go down. They pass back over here now, and a shot taken by 40 won't go either. That is that Roush. That shot wouldn't go. Terrible shot, probably partially blocked. And Laurie Shea to inbound the ball. Back outside it comes here for Carrie Shea. Carrie dropping it inside, puts it on the baseline. Now they drop it outside. Shot from the side. It's good. It's a two-pointer for Benner. Here comes UD with it. It's 8-2 now. Here comes Bechtel. Bechtel has it grabbed away from her. The ball rolls loose. Picked up inside there by these Wildcats. And on the pass back, it's going to be stolen away by Bechtel. Amy coming back quickly to cut off that pass intended for Laurie Shea. Boy, these Greenwood Wildcats really reach in. Here comes Daniels. Inside they go with it for Botts. Brandy spins around, puts one off the glass. No good. Carrie Shea with the rebound for Greenwood. Passes it ahead here for Laurie Shea, but Laurie can't catch up to that one. And it goes out of bounds. It'll be UD ball. As Daniels will inbound it for the Trojans here for Wirt. Here comes that Sarah Wirt. Sarah over there for Daniels. Jen going towards the baseline, blocked off over there. Now back outside here for Wirt. Now they go inside to, oh, wait a minute. Brooke lost the handle on that one. The Brookster trying to take it over here on the wing and kind of lost the handle on it. And Laurie Shea will inbound the ball for Greenwood. 3:16 left here in the first quarter. Whoops, here's a quick pass down the court here. Out of bounds and out of the hands it goes. Intended for Heather Benner, but out of there on the pass, and UD will inbound the ball. Here's Bechtel. A little bit of forecourt pressure put on now by these Greenwood Wildcats. Here's a quick pass over here for UD, but the ball is stolen away, and back with it comes Roush. Yvette for two, no good. Rebound shot put up, no good. Ball loose inside there. Let's see. Going to be controlled over on the wing for Roush, and they're going to get a foul call over here as UD will pick up a foul. Somebody went into Yvette Roush that time, and a big collision over there. Picking up the personal foul will be number 12, and that's Brooke Kreiser. She picks up the first foul of the ball game. No, I take that back. Sanderson has a foul for Greenwood, so each team with one foul. Here's a shot from the side, no good. Rebound comes down there and controlled by Wirt. Sarah coming back with it. Sarah, the freshman starter on UDA's ball club this year out there at that point guard spot. Here's Jen Daniels down on the right wing. Here for Botts. Dropping it back out here for Wirt. Wirt in the near wing here for Bechtel. Bechtel dropping it inside for Botts. Over a wing it goes. Now inside there for Brooke Kreiser. Brooke bounces it off her foot. Picked up in there by Roush, and back with it comes Carrie Shea for Greenwood. For Benner. And Benner outside here now. Now they dump it inside here. There is Roush for two. She puts a shot up, but it won't go. She'll go to the foul line, however, shooting two. Smith checks into the ball game to take Benner's place for Greenwood as Yvette Roush goes to look for her first point of the night, and she didn't get it yet. 2:09 left here in the first quarter. It's still an 8-2 ball game as Yvette goes to put her second shot up. It is no good. Rebound comes down to Botts. And so UD still has that 8-2 lead with 2 minutes and 2 seconds remaining here in quarter number one. Here's Daniels with it, working it inside for Brandy Botts. Brandy goes to dribble it in. She's going to be called for a walk. She couldn't get the dribble down that time, guarded too closely inside there by Greenwood. Here comes Carrie with it. Carrie Shea tries to bounce it over here now for that. Carrie Shea has it back. Here comes Roush with it. Yvette to the hoop. Wouldn't go. Rebound comes down to 42. Wouldn't go. Next shot put up and in, good. So Roush muscles up her first bucket of the evening. And it is now a 8-4 ball game. And Yvette Roush will pick up the personal foul there as she reached in to Jen Daniels. Yvette picks up personal foul number 1. Okay, UD will inbound the ball, a minute 33 remaining here in the first quarter. Here comes Bechtel. Bechtel with a good pass, but out of the reach of Crystal Snyder. So that time the Trojans had Crystal back here all alone, and Amy's pass just thrown wild of Crystal. Here comes that carry. Shea with it. Into the baseline it goes. Roush for two. It's good. You get Yvette Roush warmed up, and it could be Clayton's, like they say. She is tough. Here comes UD. Jen carries it in toward the paint, throws it over to far wing. Crystal Snyder picks it up there for Wirt. Now Daniels got it, and Daniels has it stolen away from her, and a foul called. Charge will be called on Laurie Shea. So Shea picks up the personal foul for Greenwood, pushing off after she had made the steal, trying to clear her way out of there. I'll tell you, Greenwood has an aggressive ball club. There's no question about that. These gals are not afraid to mix it up in there, and Shea picks up the personal foul. Team's third, her first. And Jen Daniels will inbound the ball for UDA. Right here for Bechtel. Bechtel trying to work along the baseline. Now drops it back here. Jen looking for three from outside, a little long, and it's going to go out of bounds off Amy Bechtel. And it will be Greenwood to inbound the ball. Laurie Shea will inbound with 48 seconds left here in the opening period. Inbound pass taken here by Carrie Shea. Carrie dropping it over there for Roush inside. Roush makes a move, puts it up and in, and ties up the ball game 8-8. So the Trojans had led 8-0. They have cooled off, and Yvette Roush starting to put some points on the board for her Greenwood Wildcats. Here comes Bechtel looking inside with it for a shot by Brandy Botts, but a foul called. The foul will be on Smith. And Brandy will go to the line shooting two. Here's Brandy's first attempt, and it is in and out, no good. Betsy Smith picked up her first foul. Brandy's going to look to pick up her second attempt here. And it is no good. Off to the right it goes. Roush with the rebound. And here comes that Yvette Roush, winding down the left side with that left-handed dribble. Tries to roll it underneath, but the ball comes loose, and Roush and Brooke Kreiser tie it up there, and it's going to be UD to inbound right here for Brandy Botts. Brandy near wing over here she goes. Here comes Bechtel for two. Threw it too high, and on the rebound is going to be controlled there to Wirt. Good job by Brooke Kreiser controlling that ball. 3 seconds left. 2 seconds. Somebody's got to put it up. Nope, that didn't hold everything. It is an 8-8 tie at the end of a quarter. Started out a whole lot better than that, as though the Trojans might be heading to open up a little daylight, but those Greenwood Wildcats have climbed back and tied us all up, so we start the second period all even at 8. Greenwood will have the ball to begin the second period of play. Engel into the ball game for Greenwood as Laurie Shea gets set to inbound the basketball over there for Engel. Miss Engel into the game for the first time tonight. Sanderson had it over here to Smith. Now back to Engel. This is the other Smith out there, I think it is. Shea dropping it inside. Shot by Smith. No good. And back with it come the Trojans. So UD with a chance to untie the knot here. All tied up at 8. Here's Erdman. Erdman can bang in some three-baggers sometimes when she gets hot. They drop it over here to Brooke Kreiser. Brooke forces one up from on front. Wouldn't go. Rebound, spun around over there and controlled. Let's see. Well, it's going to go out of bounds off Laurie Shea and should remain UD ball as Bechtel tying it up over here. And finally, out of bounds it goes off Shea. UD will inbound the ball. Brandy Botts to inbound for the Trojans. Back over here for Erdman. Shayna bouncing it back here for Wirt. A couple of little gals out front here for UD. This is Wirt. Dropping it here for Bechtel. Amy tries to go inside with it. Stolen away there by Engel. Picked up by Botts and hold everything. A foul called as Miss Engel held on to Brandy. as she tried to pick up the loose ball that she had dropped out there. And UD will inbound the ball. 5th team foul picked up by the Greenwood Wildcats for Miss Engel, her first. And this is a pass here for Botts. Brandy has it roll loose. They grab after it, and bringing it back up here is Laurie Shea. The Greenwood Wildcats with an opportunity to take the lead for the first time in the ball game. Laurie Shea bouncing it there for Roush. Yvette on the baseline, stopping and popping. That's short. Rebound comes right down there to Brandy Botts, who Brandy was standing right there and got that rebound very nicely. And again, Yvette Roush with another miss of something that she normally would put in. So the Trojans have to take advantage of this cold shooting by some of the real shooters on this ball club. See if UDA can do it. Here comes Erdman racing down on the baseline, dropping it out in front here now for Wirt, who drops it back to Erdman. Passes it inside for Brandy Botts. Brandy will dump it over here for Bechtel. Bechtel looking for 2 off the front, no good. Rebound comes back here, and Yvette Roush has it. Racing to the hoop, puts the shot up, and a foul called. And Roush goes to the deck pretty hard, but Yvette will be going to the foul line, and she'll be shooting 2. Roush at the line shooting 2. Her first one is good. And Yvette's second shot is also good, so she makes 2 for 2. Net temporarily hung up here. Brandy will take care of that. All right. It's 10-8 now. Greenwood by 2. So for the first time tonight, the Greenwood Wildcats have jumped on top. 6 minutes remaining here in the half. Here's Wirt. Sarah bouncing it over there for Erdman. Erdman looking to go down the middle with it, dropping it on the wing over here. Bechtel for 2, wouldn't go. Rebound on the far side, controlled by Sanderson. Back with it come the Greenwood ladies. She pushes it up from in front, good for 2. So Sanderson gives the Greenwood Wildcats a 4-point margin, and off the foot of Sarah Wirt goes the basketball, and it will be Greenwood with the ball. It's 12-8 Greenwood. 5:35 left in the half. Here comes Sanderson on the baseline, dropping it in front for Smith. Her shot wouldn't go. Smith gets a rebound, pops the shot right up in the air. Return shot inside there by Sanderson, and a foul called. Sanderson will go to the line shooting 2. UDA calls timeout with 5:26 left here in the first half, and they trail now by 4, 12-8 Greenwood. Okay, the timeout is over. Jackie Sanderson takes her position at the foul line shooting 2, and she made her first one. 13-8. Jackie's second shot, no good. Rebound comes back down here, but it's going to be controlled by Smith, who pops a shot up, no good. Rebound comes back over here to Laurie Shea. She puts a shot up, no good. Return shot in there to Sanderson, puts her second shot up and in, good. UD getting beaten now underneath the offensive or the defensive boards. It's 15-8. They've almost doubled up the Trojans after the Trojans had run off an 8-0 beginning to the ball game. Here comes Daniels inside for Botts. Brandy will put a shot up, no good. Rebound comes down there to Betsy Smith. She'll drop it back here now for Engel. Engel is a freshman on the ball club for Greenwood. She tries to put a shot up, no good. Rebound tipped around in there. Laurie Shea has it for the Wildcats. Back out here for Engel. Krista Engel at the top of the circle, looking for, oh, there's a walk. Oh, my goodness. The guy wasn't going to call it. Come on, ref. My gosh, it took him a while to get his whistle. Anyway, I thought he was going to let her walk all the way outside, get a burger, come back in. Anyway, here's the Trojans coming back with it now as Erdman has it. We'll have to get Sheena here to throw up a couple of threes. Here's Daniels with it. Jen's going to step up looking for 2. A little short off the front. Back with it comes Engel. Engel breaking back with it goes Roush. Roush, no walk. No shot either, but the second shot's good. Boy, it sure looked like Yvette might have walked with that one. The crowd thought so, but I guess she just kind of took a stagger step with one leg is the way he looked at it. Here's a shot blocked away, and back with it come the Wildcats, and this ball's going to be thrown out of bounds here past Laurie Shea. As Sanderson tried to make a quick outlet here for Shea and threw it out of bounds. And Abby Drybobis will replace Bechtel for UDA. And it looks like Tara Shade is going to come into the ball game also. She'll replace Jen Daniels. So this is Erdman now. Sheena out in front. Near wing over here for Dreibelbiss. Bounces it inside for Brooke Kreiser. Brooke looking for two. Rolled it over off of everything. And Betsy Smith will knock it out of bounds over there for Greenwood. With 3:52 left here in the half, it is 17-8. Greenwood. Dreibelbiss will inbound the ball. Here for Shade. She tries to bounce it inside. Stolen away by Roush. Yvette coming back, breaking back 2 on 3. The Roush still has it. Stopping, puts the shot up, and a foul will be called. They're going to call a foul on UDA, and I believe Roush will be going to the line to shoot 2, probably. Foul is on 32. That is Shayna Erdman, and Roush will go to the line to shoot 2. Roush's first shot was no good. Score remained 17-8, but her second shot is good, so it makes it 18-8 ball game. Here comes Erdman, rolls it off the foot of Engel and out of bounds. UD will inbound the ball. Amy Rao coming into the ball game now for UD to replace Brooke Kreiser. Dreibelbiss inbounding it over here for Botts. Brandy dropping it on the baseline. Now they try to roll it inside. Amy for 2, rolled it off the rim, and a foul called. Foul underneath. This will be on Roush, and she will pick up her second personal, I do believe. Yep, Yvette picks up her second with 3:32 left here in the half. This is Rao for Erdman. Erdman on the left baseline puts a shot up, no good. Rebound shot in there by Amy Rao is good. Amy was there, would not give up any ground, and took the ball and stuck it in the bucket. Here comes that Sanderson gal. She's looking to go coast to coast, dropping it off for Yvette Roush out here for Engel. Engel bounces it here for Smith. Inside they drop it for Roush for 2. It's good. Yvette Roush checking across the paint that time as the ball is dropped right inside to her, and hold it. Here is Shade. Back over here for Dreibelbiss. Abby tries to roll it over here for Botts. She'll throw it back outside here for Shade. Tara looking to go over there for Botts. Brandy probably wishes she would have threw that one up, but didn't. And put it back outside here for Erdman instead. Near wing over here for Dreibelbiss. Abby is reached into, and Shea will pick up a foul. This is Laurie Shea picking up her second personal. 7th team foul picked up there as Laurie Shea checks out of the ball game. And going to the foul line will be Abby Dreibelbiss. She'll be shooting for UD at 1-1. So Abby can cut the margin now. It's Greenwood by 10. See if Abby can put this first one in. And she did. Nice shot by Abby Dreibelbiss. It is now 20-11. And Abby will get one more whack at it. Her second shot is good. All right. 2 nice foul shots by Abby the D Dreibelbiss. And we now have a 20-12 ball game. As Sanderson gets set to inbound the ball for Greenwood. Over there for that carry, Shea, who is back into the ball game. She'll drop it back for Sanderson. Sanderson across the timeline, near wing over here for Carrie Shea. There's a Carrie and a Laurie. This is Carrie. Carrie winds it inside, dropping it in there. It's tipped away nicely, but gathered back in by Shea. Dropping it inside, they go with it. Here's a shot by Betsy Smith that wouldn't go. And a good rebound in there by Brandy Botts. And the Eagles coming, or the Trojans coming back with it now with 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Here's Dreibelbiss. Abby winding it all the way down, putting a shot up. It wouldn't go in. The rebound tapped out of there off Sanderson. And it'll stay UD ball. 1:49 left in the half. Trojans need a couple of buckets here now and stay close to these gals. This is Wirt. Sarah taking it out, dropping it over there now for Bechtel. Bechtel for 2, it wouldn't go. Rebound in there to Brandy Botts. Brandy will drop it here for Abby Dreibelbiss. Abby for 2, a little long. Over on the far side, it's going to be controlled there by Amy Rao. Amy has it, drops it back over here now, and the ball's going to be tapped out of there, and it's going to be a foul called on Carrie Shea. And that's going to send Amy Bechtel to the line, shooting a 1-1. Bechtel to the line to shoot a 1-1. First shot, a little off, no good. Rebound comes down here to Sanderson. Sanderson fires it up here, and a foul call. They're going to call a foul on Sarah Word. And it will be Greenwood inbounding the ball. Sarah picked up her first personal. And Greenwood coming up with it. This is that Krista Engel working across the timeline, controlling the ball out in front. Over there for that Betsy Smith. Betsy, they're here for Sanderson. Sanderson from outside, no good. Rebound comes down to Botts. And Brandy with a good rebound. Now, come on, UD. 1:03 remaining here. We need to get at least 2 more. 1 more. Anything. Here goes Bechtel, dropping it back over here for Word eventually. Word's got it. She's going to take it in. Puts the brakes on it, pushes it back out here for Amy Rao. Amy will spin it over here now for Bechtel. Bechtel looking for 2, a little short off to the right side. Ball comes loose. On the floor it goes. And Sanderson grabs it along with Wirt. They tie it up. It's going to stay UD ball with just 40 seconds left in the half. UD is not taking the shot. They're working the ball inside, but they're not getting a shot. And this is Travelvis with it. Tries to inbound it here. Here's Botts for 2. Wouldn't go. Rebound on this side for Rao. Rao for 2. It's good. Amy again holding her ground in there and gets 2 more. Amy's got 4 points here for UD. Here comes Engel working it down onto to Smith. Over the wing they go for Carrie Shea. She drops it inside here for Sanderson for 2. It's good. So Sanderson loops it up and in good for Greenwood. 15 seconds remaining. 22-14. We could use a bucket. Here it comes over here for Bechtel. Bechtel will stick it on the wing for Dragovic. Abby winding it down here. And wait a minute. A double dribble is going to be called now, as UD could not get the shot off. And we've got 2 seconds remaining here in the half. Trojans trailing by 8. Sanderson will inbound it here for Carrie Shea. Quick pass ahead here, tapped away by Brandy Botts. And that's going to do it. So the half comes to an end. And there were 2 halves to the first half. Upper Dauphin owned the first half of the first quarter. And from there on, Greenwood took over. It's 22-14 at halftime. Well, the teams are coming back on the court to begin the second half of action. To begin the third period, the Greenwood Wildcats, who lead by 8, will be inbounding the basketball to get it started here. It's 22-14. The Trojans looking to climb back into this one quickly as Yvette Rausch gets a chance to inbound the ball for her Greenwood Wildcats. Back here for Sanderson. Jackie Sanderson with it out in front for Greenwood. Gets a little tied up in there, stolen away nicely by Bechtel, but then picked up by Laurie Shea. So she'll drop it back here for Benner. Benner over there for Shea. Laurie winds it down on the right baseline, takes it all the way underneath, pushes off, puts a shot up, no good. And on the rebound, let's see, it's going to go out of bounds off UD, they say. And Shea will inbound the ball. Laurie getting ready to inbound it. Bounces it right here for Carrie Shea, who rolls it off the rim, no good. Botts with a good rebound for Upper Dauphin. And she'll move it away from the reach of Benner and get it back here for Wirt. Sarah with a little dribble out in front for Daniels. Inside, a nice pass and a shot by Brooke Kreiser wouldn't go. Brooke tries to get a rebound and lost it off her fingertips. But a darn nice pass that time, and Brookster had a shot and just wouldn't go down. Laurie Shea will inbound the ball. She's going to throw it away. It's going to be tipped out of here as Brooke Kreiser got a hand on it. Otherwise, it would have eluded totally Carrie Shea. But Brooke got a paw on it, so it's going to go back to the Wildcats. And here is Sanderson. Sanderson working it around. Now dumps it right inside for Carrie Shea. She'll dump it over here for Yvette Rouse. She puts a shot up, no good. Gets her own rebound, puts a second shot up. She's fouled, and Rausch will go to the line shooting 2. Yvette Rouse should be shooting two. Brandy Botts picked up that foul. Yvette misses her first one. Brandy picked up the foul, her second of the ball game. And Roush will look for her second of two. Missed the first one and got 1 out of 2. New nets installed tonight prior to the ball game, and they're having a little trouble with the thing getting hung up here. Now we're set. It's 23-14. Yvette Rouse just scored the first point of the second half for either ball club. Wirt over here for Daniels. Jen inside they go with a nice pass. Brandy Bott spin around shot, little short, no good. And on the rebound, they're going to call a tie up underneath there as Brooke Kreiser tied it up with either Roush or Sanderson. I'm not sure whom. But anyway, Jen Daniels will inbound the ball for UDA. Over here for Bechtel. Bechtel for 2. It wouldn't go. And a foul's going to be called on Carrie Shea. And it'll be a shooting foul. And Amy Bechtel will go to the line shooting 2. Well, Greenwood kind of waiting right at the moment. Now we've played a minute. Oops, first shot by Bechtel is good. Played nearly 2 minutes of the ball game. To check that, played a minute and 10 seconds of the ball game, and Greenwood not pouring anything on. Second shot misses, and Sanderson comes up with it. Back to Shea. So UD has got to take advantage of these momentary lulls when Greenwood is not doing anything. Here's a pass for Carrie Shea. Inside they go with it for Roush. Yvette for 2. It is good. She just bounced that one in after it struggled up over the rim a little bit. But Yvette's got a couple of good buckets tonight for Greenwood. Here is Wirt working it over here for Daniels. Daniels goes inside, pushes a shot up, no good. Rebound comes down there to Roush. Yvette coming back with it, tries to roll it ahead for Lori Shea. It's going to go out of bounds. Let's see. UD saves it from going out of bounds, and back with it comes Jen Daniels. Jen streaking down here for Brandy. Brandy bounce pass over there for Amy Bechtel, and the shot is good. Nice bounce pass by Brandy Botts. Looked as though Brandy might have put the shot up herself, but then rolled it over there for Amy Bechtel, and Bechtel put her home. I think Brooke Kreiser may have just picked up her 3rd personal foul, or check that. I may be wrong on that. Hold a second. Yeah, foul was on the foul was on Kreiser, her 3rd. Here's a shot taken and a foul this time is going to be on Roush. And Yvette will pick up her 3rd personal foul with 5:50 left here in the 3rd period. It's 25-17, and I'm telling you, folks, Greenwood is waiting for us. They're just waiting for us to catch up here, but we just can't seem to buy a bucket up here. So let's go, gang. We need a couple. Erdman back into the ball game as Wirt picks up the basketball out here. Was tapped out of there by Shea, but they got her back in again. Here's a dump inside here for shot and a foul. Foul will be on Sanderson. And this time it's going to be Brooke Kreiser heading to the line to shoot 2. Trojans are going to need these foul shooting. They're going to need the foul shots tonight to climb back into this one. We have 5.5 minutes left, only trailing by 7. So come on, Brookster. Got a couple of these. Trailing by 8, now 7. Okay, I counted Brooks' shot before it went in. Anyway, 25-18. And let's see if Brooke can make it a 6-point ball game. And she did. All right, 25-19. Amy Rao is going to come into the ball game to replace Brooke Kreiser for UDA. Amy played in the first half. She's in for the first time here in the second half. Here's that Carrie Shea carrying the ball across the timeline for Greenwood. Over there for that Benner. Benner near wing here for Sanderson. Now for Roush. Roush taking it right inside the paint, puts a shot up, no good. Rebound tipped around in there, controlled by Sanderson. She throws a shot up, no good. Return shot put up by Roush is good. How the heck can they get 2 or 3 shots? Come on, gals, you got a rebound. 27-19. Here's Wirt out here for Erdman. And now Bechtel has it as they weave it around out in front. Ball stolen away by Laurie Shea. Here comes that Laurie Shea. She's driving it over in the wing over there for Roush. Now to Shea on the baseline. Shea dribbles once, puts a shot up short, gets her own rebound, however, and puts her second shot up good. Well, there again, the first shot didn't go, but they get the rebound. And Laurie Shea will go to the line, shooting two. Amy Bechtel picked up the foul that time. It was her first. Yvette makes her first shot. It's now 28-19. The margin grows back up to 9. And Roush can make it a 10-point margin if she can put this one in, which she did not. So it remains at 9 as UD comes away with it. Comes that Sarah Wirt out in front for Erdman. Sheena looking for something to develop inside. Now Wirt has it for Bechtel. Gives it to Erdman. Here's Shayna looking down the left wing side, see what's going on down there. Well, now she'll step up for two. Off the glass, no good. Rebound comes down there to Benner. And back with it. A long pass for Shea. Laurie for two. No good. Rebound in there to Bott. So Brandy coming in to jump inside there and grab that one. And again, now had the Trojans scored the last time up, they'd be able to come back here. You know, when you deny the team, that's a 4-pointer if you can come back and get two. You've denied them two and you get two. Equals 4. Anyway, they spin it over in the wing here now, and it goes to Rao. Amy, a little trouble with it. Back, she comes with it, however, to Erdman. All the way across court there for Wirt. Sarah trying to work it inside on Shea, but Shea's about a foot bigger than Sarah, so she took it back out here for Erdman. Now back out here for Wirt. Erdman inside to Rao, rolls off Amy's fingertips and picked up in there by that Carrie Shea, and she fires it down the court. For Sarah Wirt knocks it out of there for UDA. Good defensive play by that Sarah Wirt, at least stopping that play momentarily as Shea was going for it. Here's Carrie Shea, has it tipped out of there that time by Wirt again. And again, Laurie Shea will try to inbound the ball. They're gaining along the end line over there. Here's Carrie Shea dropping it for Sanderson. Jackie Sanderson on the baseline, taking it back out here now for Roush. Over here they spin it for Benner for two. It's good. 30-19. Here comes Wirt for Erdman. Shayna's got to pump up a three. Need a three from somebody here to stir him up. Here comes Wirt. She's going to try to fire one inside there, but it's partially blocked, and Brandy Botts makes an effort to save it, but could not. And it will be Greenwood. Quick pass up here now for Benner. She'll drop it back over here for Sanderson, who gets a roll off her foot. Picked up over there, and Shea has it. This is Laurie Shea trying to drop it inside for Sanderson. Ball rolls loose, picked up inside by Roush. Back outside they go with it. Benner puts a shot up, no good. Return shot there by Sanderson wouldn't go, and Botts has the rebound for UDA. And this is Sarah Wirt here for Erdman. Now Brandy has it. Brandy's out here on the wing this time. They have Amy Rao inside at the top of the circle. She'll pass it over there for Erdman. Erdman's looking for three. It's good. All right. Oh, by golly. Give me 10 of those, Shayna, and we're back into the game. Anyway, here's Shea with it, rolling it over there for Carrie Shea. Carrie stopping, pumping up a 14-footer, no good. And on the rebound, a foul is called. A foul will be on Sanderson. Sanderson will pick up her third. Team's fourth. Non-shooting, UDA will inbound the ball. Sanderson checks out of the ball game now for Greenwood as Betsy Smith back in there for the Wildcats. Here comes Wirt, dropping it back for Erdman. Erdman back to Wirt. Now inside they go with it, but that ball came loose, and back with it comes Roush. Here comes Yvette with it, bouncing it over in the baseline and over there for Laurie Shea. Laurie working it around on the wing. Picks up that dribble, got it inside here for Smith. She'll pass it back outside now. Benner had it, now Shea has it back here for Carrie Shea. This is Benner. And Benner over there for Smith. Her shot short. Rebound underneath there. Comes down to Roush, but she couldn't put that one in. Fired it up over the rim, and back with it comes UDA. Now the Trojans can scrape a little bit closer here if we can get a bucket. It's 22-30 with less than 55 seconds remaining here in the third period. Bounce into the corner here for Bechtel. Back outside. On the wing here for Erdman. And the clock is down to 42 seconds. This is Wirt for Botts. She'll drop it inside here for Amy Rao. Amy goes to put a shot up, but it's stolen away. Back with it comes Carey. Quick pass for Yvette Roush. Roush for two. It's good. Roush gets two more, and back come the Trojans with 23 seconds remaining. 32-22 now, 10-point ball game. This is Erdman. Into the corner it goes. Now back outside here. 12 seconds remaining in the third. Erdman on the baseline. Puts a shot up. Wouldn't go. Botts right there with a rebound shot. Good. No Brandy there to get the rebound that time. And it's less than a second remaining. That's going to do it. So we still have an 8-point ball game at the end of 3 periods. It's 32-24 Greenwood by 8. Okay, the fourth period about set to get underway now. Greenwood will inbound the basketball. Roush inbounds it here for Benner, who gets it back here for Carey Shea. Now Miss Benner has it again. That's Heather Benner over there for that Carey Shea. And now Laurie Shea has it. Two Sheas, 43 and 41. Two Shea, yeah. Anyway, here comes Laurie Shea underneath the bucket and brings it right back out on the near wing. Puts a shot up long on the far side. Over there for Roush. Roush swings around, puts a shot up and in, good for two. Roush with a very strong rebound and really works that ball around underneath there to clear herself a spot to put the shot up, and she did it. 34-24, 10-point ball game again. Here's Brooke Kreiser stopping and popping. Wouldn't go. Rebound underneath there controlled by Smith. Betsy Smith with a quick outlet up here for Laurie Shea. Laurie Shea working back on Bechtel. Puts a shot up and in. Good. Laurie Shea gets two. 36-24 now. 12-point ball game. This is Daniels into the ball game again for UDA, taking Wirt's place. And this is Brooke Kreiser dumping it in there for Botts for two. It's good. A foul is called. Betsy Smith will pick up the foul, and Brandy Botts will go to the line, shooting one to get three. Nice job that time by Brandy, chucking that one up in there, and was hacked. She'll look for one more shot. Okay, here's Brandy for her 1 of 1, and it is no good. Rebound tipped around in there, and Benner has it. Has it spun off her hands by Jen Daniels. Jen hustling in there, but it's going to be off Jen, and Greenwood will maintain the ball. Laurie Shea inbounding here for Carey Shea. Carey out in front. Erdman on her. Gets it over there for that Benner. Heather dumping it inside here for Yvette Roush for two. It's good. Well, Yvette Roush is a scoring machine for Greenwood, and she's starting to pop them in. Over the wing it goes. Here's Bechtel looking for two. It's a little bit too long on Benner with the rebound. And a foul will be called. The foul will be on Bechtel. And Amy will pick up the personal. It'll be non-shooting. Greenwood would inbound the ball. Laurie Shea to inbound for Greenwood. Wirt checks back into the ball game to replace Jen Daniels. 6:18 left in the game. Trojans trail by 12, 38-26. Inbound pass stolen away nicely in there by Brooke Kreiser. On the baseline she goes with it, tries to roll it ahead. But let's see, they're going to say, I'm not sure what that call was, but it's going to be our ball. Off a foot, I guess he ruled it went. Here's a shot from the side, a little bit off the mark. Brandy Botts with a good rebound inside there. Fired the shot up, it wouldn't go. And let's see, it's Wirt with it. Dropping it over there for Botts on the baseline. Now back outside. Here's a shot by Bechtel. It is no good. Rebound to Bechtel. She drops it back here for Erdman. Her shot a little short. Another shot put up in there, but a foul. They're going to call a walk. They're gonna say she walked with it. Boy, I'll tell you again, Shayna really in the tall timber that time, and they ruled that the shot was blocked. And Shayna went for the walk then as she tried to make the shot. Inbound pass here for Shea. Across the court it goes for Smith. Smith puts the shot up, no good. And on the rebound it goes off the hands of Roush. I think he said White, but what do you mean? He said White, but the White was the call. He called it right, but he gave it the wrong team. Laurie Shea will inbound the ball. I'm back here for Smith. Heather dumping it here for Yvette Roush on the baseline. She stops and pops. Good. All-time leading scorer for Greenwood. I believe she is all-time. Here's Bechtel for Wirt. Sarah dropping it back here now for Erdman. Erdman looking for three more. No good. Rebound comes right there to Laurie Shea, and she loses it. But wait a minute, Brooke will pick up a foul. Brooke picks up her fourth with 5:13 left in the fourth. Benner checks out of the ball game for Greenwood as Sanderson back in. Here's a quick inbound pass for Roush. Roush for two. It's good. Inbound pass. Had Yvette Roush breaking for the bucket. She just took it home for two. 42-26 now. Greenwood pulling away. Here's Erdman taking it on the baseline, stopping, and a foul called. Foul might be on Roush. If it is, it'll be about her fourth. We'll see who it's on. Okay, Erdman at the line shooting two. Yvette Roush picked up her fourth personal. She was replaced out there by that Krista Engel. And Betsy Smith checks out. Hallie Smith into the ball game for Greenwood. Second shot by Shayna wouldn't go down, and the rebound comes down here to that Sanderson. Quick pass ahead for Carrie Shea. Carrie looking for two. She's got it. Carrie Shea gets two. And it's 44-26. This is Wirt over here for Erdman. Shayna has a little trouble out there with that Carrie Shea, but now Shayna's got it. For Bechtel. Bechtel here for Wirt. Wirt for Brooke Kreiser. Brooke tried to dump it on the wing over there for Bechtel. Now back outside. Brookster puts one up from the baseline. It wouldn't go down. The rebound comes down there to Sanderson. And back with it comes Laurie Shea for Greenwood. 4:10 left in the game. This is Sanderson. Jackie working around out here with Erdman on her. Gets it over there for that other. Let's see. And Brooke just fouled out of the ball game with that bump. Brookster fouled out on that play, and she is replaced in there by Tara Shade. Here is Carrie Shea. Dropping it inside. Brandy Botts picks off that pass, and back with it come the Trojans. Sarah Wirt coming back for UDA with 3:43 left in the ball game. For Erdman, dropping it inside there for Botts. Brandy has the ball roll loose. Engel tries to pick it up over the baseline. That's knocked out of there by Bechtel. Amy Bechtel got a hand on it, tapped it out there. And Laurie Shea will inbound the ball. For Carrie Shea, little walk but no call. Laurie Shea coming back with it. Laurie bounces it on the baseline. Now back out here for Shea. Carrie Shea with it out in front. Near wing over here it comes to that Sanderson. Jackie Sanderson will pass it over there, but it's stolen away by Erdman. Erdman breaking back and going to the hoop for two. She is fouled, and she will go to the line shooting two as Jackie Sanderson picks up the foul for Greenwood. Sheena Erdman to the line to shoot a pair. Erdman at the line shooting a pair. Nankevel into the ball game for Greenwood as Erdman's first shot won't go down. Let's see if Shannon can put her second one in. Nope, not quite. And the rebound comes down there to Smith. Hallie dumping it ahead here for Laurie Shea. Laurie Shea lost the handle on it and then double dribbled it as she picked it back up again and continued the dribble. So UD will inbound the ball with 3:07 left in the game. This is Wirt. Sarah taking her time, dropping it back here now for Erdman. Shayna takes it inside. Ooh, nearly got it to the hoop. Took it underneath and took it back outside here for Bechtel, or for Wirt. Now here is Shade. Tara looking for two off the glass. Who wouldn't go? Rebound tipped around in there, gathered in by Erdman. Erdman's shot won't go down. Bechtel, or Botts with a rebound shot. It's good. And Brandy go to the line to shoot one. Come on, Brandy. Foul was on Christy Nankevel, who had just come into the ball game. She picked up her first. And Brandy looking for one here. She got it. Nice shot by Brandy Botts. 44-29 now, 15-point ball game with 2:35 left. This is Engel. She is going to walk with it, as that time Krista got a little goofed up there. Trojans put a defensive wall in front of her, and Engel walked with it. And back come those Trojans. This is Wirt over here for Erdman. Bechtel now outside here for Wirt again. Here comes Sarah working it over in the left wing. They'll drop it there for Erdman. Somebody better shoot it soon. We're running out of time. Here's Botts with a good pass and a good play. And they got Brandy inside for two. Worked it around. Probably took a little more time than we would have liked to. Here's a pass over here, tipped out of bounds off Sarah Wirt. Sarah making one heck of an effort after that basketball. Always hustling in there. And timeout, I think, might have been called by UDA. So we've got a minute and 54 remaining in the ball game. Trojans trailing now by 13. It's 44-31 Greenwood. Well, Greenwood will inbound the ball now following the UD timeout. Laurie Shea to inbound for Greenwood. Dropping it inside here for Smith. Hallie gets it all tied up in there as Brandy Botts converges along with Erdman on Hallie Smith and tied it up. And UD will inbound the ball. Trojans lost in their first meeting. I think UDA dropped ball game up there, Greenwood, by 10. And let's see, here's a ball stolen away, and back with it comes Nankevel. She's looking for two. She stops, and let's see, rolls it over here for Hallie Smith, and it's tied up again. This time it'll be Greenwood ball. Nankevel racing back there, but Brandy Botts racing right with her and prevented the shot, and then they tied it up. A minute 34 left. Here is a shot by Engel, no good. Return shot put up there by Laurie Shea, wouldn't go. And back come the Trojans. Wirt. Minute 17 now as the Trojans weave it around out in front, but Shade, ooh, little walk, no call. Inside for Botts. Botts on the baseline, puts a shot up. That won't go. Rebound comes down here to Wirt. Wirt spins it over here for Bechtel. For two, it's good. Amy Bechtel gets two. 44-33, less than a minute to play in the ball game. Here comes Nankevel working it down the right side over there. She'll stop, jumps it inside here for Hallie Smith for two. Nice play that time as Nankevel dumped it right over the Trojan, in for Hallie, and Hallie put it home. 46-33, 38 seconds left. Wirt bounces it here for Erdman. Erdman bouncing it there for Shade. Tara on the baseline, tries to go underneath with it, has it, let's see, foul called. All right, the foul will be on Laurie Shea. And to the foul line will go Sarah Wirt. She'll be shooting a 1-and-1, I do believe. Here's Sarah's first shot, and it is a good one. 46-34, 12-point ball game. Raycamp into the ball game for Greenwood to replace Laurie Shea, and now Long in there to replace Billy Smith. First shot, no good. Rebound pitched back out here, and let's see, this is going to be Engel with it, looking for two. She wouldn't get it on that shot, and the ball comes back outside here. Shot from outside again by Engel, wouldn't go, and back come the Trojans. Clock winding down, less than 10 seconds. Here's Sarah Wirt with it. Sarah dumping it there for Botts. Back outside it goes. Somebody's going to have to put it up. Here's a attempt for three, wouldn't go. Return shot put up there by Sarah Wirt at the buzzer. but that's going to do it. The final score, Greenwood 46, the Trojans 34. So an unusual ball game tonight, but yet another pretty impressive victory, I guess, for Greenwood. And looks as though their series and their streak continues to roll now, this time by 12 points over the Trojans. So we congratulate Coach Shipp and his Greenwood Wildcats, and for UD, we'll see if we can't do better next time out. So Trojans got off to a quick start, 8-0 lead early on, but then fell short at the end by 12. UD had their plenty of chances, had some good opportunities to put these guys away, or at least to extend the margin early on, but just couldn't seem to get the ball to go down. And eventually Greenwood came back, and Roush got hot, as she always does, and just sort of put them away. So we'll catch you next time at the next UD ball game.